Good afternoon, everyone. I am Lawrence Joy A. Cavanias, and I am here right now to report the physical environment, wherein it is under the main topic, the conducive learning environment. But before that, there are three learning conducive learning environment. First, social environment, psychological environment, and the last one, which is the physical environment that I am going to be discussed. So, but first and foremost, what is classroom? A classroom is a learning space that must support teaching and learning activities. It should be cleaned, organized, and properly decorated to make learning effective. And materials posted inside should have this educational value and help in class discussions. So, a classroom is not just a physical space, but also a structured learning environment where interaction, discussion, and skill development take place. And according to DepEd standards, it must be clean, organized, and properly arranged because the environment directly affects students' behavior, focus, and of course, their motivation. And a well-structured classroom minimizes distractions and maximizes, of course, the learning opportunities. So, what are the factors that a perfect classroom needed? So, the first thing is postings and identification. First is entrance signboard. A signboard must be posted at the entrance showing the grade, year, section, and the name of the teacher. So the entrance signboard identifies the classroom by showing the grade level, the section, and the teacher's name or the advisor's name. Its purpose is not only for identification but also for organization within the school. It helps a sense of ownership among the students. The next is classroom or the class program. It is a framed copy of the class program should be displayed on the classroom door at adult eye level. So, the class program is the daily schedule of subjects, which means the say ka ng schedule bitaw sa usa ka students like Monday to Tuesday and sa mga subjects ana and so on. It must be displayed at adult eye level. This ensures visibility for both students and of course some visitors or parents nga makakita po sila ato nga class program. That is why it should be in adult eye level and it promotes time management, discipline, and preparedness because students know what subject comes next. So, in that class program, magibutang ana adapit sa door, sa classroom door, they can know unsay subject nila sunod klase, right? And then, it also helps teachers stay on track with lesson timing and prevents confusion or wasted times. So, next is the third one is bulletin boards. Each classroom is standardly equipped with 2 bulletin boards for informative displays. So bulletin boards serves as instructional tools, not just decorations. They display educational materials such as lesson summaries, charts, and other design. Bulletin board also encourage student engagement by showcasing their work, which builds their confidence and motivation. And these bulletin boards reinforce learning by providing visual aids that students can refer to anytime. So, first is we tackle all about postings and identifications, right? And sunod na po, ang atong itackle is the furniture and equipment of the classroom. First is seating. School furniture, including seats and desk, must be designed based on the body measurements, or also known the anthropometry of the students to ensure comfort and facilitate learning. So it means that Seating must be appropriate to student size and of course to ensure that they are comfortable and they are in proper posture. Poorly fitted furniture can cause discomfort of our students and also it can cause distractions to them and even have health issues like back pain. And of course, proper sitting arrangement also supports classroom management, allowing smooth movement and interaction during activities. But before that, do you know what is anthropometry? If you say anthropometry, it is the scientific study of human body measurements, including size, weight, proportions, and composition. It used to analyze physical variations and human characteristics, according to Merriam-Webster. So, anthropometry, it is used to design furniture that fits students properly. And this ensures that desks, chairs, and boards are neither too high nor too low. Para dili bitaw, as I said, dili maka-distract or maka-cause of health issues like body pain or back pain. And of course, our students may find comfort while they sit in our class, and of course, to provide safety and effective participation during discussion. So, one of the subtopics or kanang needed sa furniture and equipments nga dapat sa usa ka classroom is, of course, chalkboards. Chalkboards, according to the DepEd standards sa usa ka classroom is, the standard classrooms include three units of wall-type frame chalkboards. Ang measure ani is 4 feet times 8 feet with a ledge and curtains. They should be installed at a height matching the student's comfortable reach. So again, if I say chalkboards, this clearly used to para bitaw maka-learn po sila og comprehension with the content nga naa sa chalkboards, of course. And let's proceed to teacher's station. Teacher's station. It includes one teacher's cabinet and a utility. The teacher's station is the central workspace of the teacher. It includes a table, chair, and storage for instructional materials. This area helps the teacher stay organized and manage classroom activities efficiently. A well-arranged teacher station allows quick access to materials, minimizing disruptions during teaching, of course. Para ito, dili na mangita ang usa ka teacher ug asa ang iyahang pencil case, asa iyahang kanang ayang mga Manila paper for noun lessons, like that. Kaya na may kanang word teacher station, like something, a space for kanang mga learning materials sa usa ka teachers na dapat na siya sa sulod sa usa ka classroom. Then, next is storage. Common storage furniture includes bookcases, cupboards, and filing cabinets. This should follow the zone of convenience. Again, the zone of convenience. Where the highest shelf is no more than 1.2 times the mean height of the users. So, again, storage includes cabinets, shelves, and cupboards used to keep books, materials, and supplies. Organized storage prevents clutter, kanang magkagubot-gubot, and it can ensures that materials are easy to find and kanang dili siya mawala dali. And it also protects the learning resources from damage and loss. As I said, kanang if for example, kanang mga nanagug kay kanang, let's take it for example in sa tambay. Mo itong dapat na ating something so storage room para kanang dili mawala dali ang mga gamit. O gatong pangitaon naraan ng storage cabinet or shelves and cupboards. So, again, what is zone of convenience? So, if we say zone of convenience, The zone of convenience refers to placing materials within easy reach of users. For example, shelves should not be too high for students and for the teachers. This reduces the risk of accidents, saves time, and promotes independence as students can access materials without assistance. Of course, if it's a zone of convenience, kanang dapat bitaw o if you say in the term convenience, dapat convenient siya o size para bitaw dali siya ma-reach o sa mga students o imuha silang subuon o kuhaon to nila tong kuhaon to nila tong rim of bond paper. So tungod kay you apply zone of convenience, they can reach the kanang rim of bond paper like that. Like if we say zone of convenience, the clue word of that is the placing of the materials must be reach of the students or the users. It must not be too high for students para dili pud sila ma-accident simbako. And then, let's proceed to floor and interior facilities. So far, we discussed all about the postings and identifications, the furnitures, and the storages sa usa ka classroom. And now, we proceed to floor and interior facilities. First facility, sanitary facilities. Each regular classroom should ideally have its own hand washing facility and a drinking jar or a container with a faucet. Sanitary facilities include hand washing stations and drinking water containers. These are essentials for maintaining the hygiene and preventing illness for the students, and clean, accessible facilities promote healthy habits among students, of course, which is very essential for consistent attendance nila and learning. Of course, kung mga sakit ang mga students kay wala sila pangunaw, edi wakay estudyante ini ka end of the day, right? Next is cleanliness tools. Cleanliness tools. A divan with storage space for cleaning materials and a trash can are standard requirements. So, cleanliness tools includes trash cans and storages for cleaning materials. They help maintain cleanliness and order in the classroom. A clean environment reduces, of course, diseases, distractions, and creates a more comfortable space for learning. Of course, if you can see your classroom that have many trashes, di ba kay where sagbot siya sa imong paminaw, makalabad sa ulo. That is why according to the DepEd standards for classroom structuring, it should have cleanliness tools rather, like trash cans and storage bins like that. And then floor condition. A complete school building must have a cemented floor. If I say cemented floor, a cemented floor is durable, easy to clean, and safe. It prevents dust accumulation and reduces the risk of accidents compared to uneven or unfinished floors. A proper floor contributes to a stable and hygienic learning environment. So, we already tackled about the classroom structuring, which contains the three parts: posting and identifications, furniture and equipments, and the last one is floor and interior facilities. In this three, if makomplete nimo siya sa imong classroom, you can have a safe, secure, and a comfortable classroom for your students, and also to avoid accidents to your students. So now, let's proceed to school structuring. So if kanang classroom structuring, of course, our school have also a structure that we need to follow. First is school plant. What is school plant? It consists of grounds, buildings, and various facilities categorized as instructional, administrative, and service spaces. So, the school plan refers to the entire physical environment of the school, including buildings, grounds, and facilities. It is designed to support different aspects of education, such as instruction, administration, and student services. A well-planned school plan ensures efficiency, safety, and a positive learning atmosphere. So, let's proceed to the administrative and service spaces. So, sa mga facilities nga needed nga na dapat sa ka-eskwelahan. First, school health clinic. Ideally located adjacent to the administrative area, it includes spaces for first aid, dental services, and a rest area for students. The clinic provides basic health services such as first aid, checkups, and emergency care. Its location near the administrative office ensures quick response during emergencies. It supports students' well-being, which is very essential for effective learning. Kaya kung mga sakit ta, naratigdungan. Of course, the school health clinic para nga mo assist sa atong gibati. Administrative office planned for openness and ease of service. This is the center of school management. It handles records, communication, and decision-making. It should be accessible and organized to provide efficient service to students, parents, and staffs. So, dapat in your school, it should be have administrative office to cater all kanang students or parents or staffs in terms of school problems like that. If naay magpa-enroll or magpa-re-rank, ana po sila mo ask ana nga office. So, proceed to guidance room. A dedicated space for counseling and testing and preferably near the administrative area. So the guidance room is a private space for counseling, again for emotional support of the students and also dili ra sa mga students but also to the instructors and other staffs or non-personnel. It helps to address students' academic performance or personal and other social concerns. And this contributes also to students in overall development and of course their mental well-being. Of course, if we have a guidance room or a guidance office, the students can open themselves in their problems and dili ra pud sa mga students but also in our instructors in our non-teaching personnel. Then last one is school canteen. School canteen serves as nutrition center and the dining area size is based on the standard of 1.4 square meters per person. 1.4 square meters. So the school canteen serves as a nutrition center, right? That is why there is a school canteen in our school to provide a healthy meals for the students or the staffs inside the school. And of course, it has a proper space allocation which has 1.4 square meters because it can ensure all students and all staffs inside the school can dine comfortably, and good nutrition is directly linked to better concentration and of course the performance in academic and of course in pangadlaw-adlaw na to nga kanang pangadlaw-adlaw na to encounter sa atong work sa eskwelahan. Next is specialized rooms and facilities. Industrial or agricultural arts. It's specialized shops and garden house with tool rooms and storage for practical skill training. So, if we say industrial or agricultural arts facilities, these are areas for hands-on learning, such as workshops for gardens or for plants, of course, and help students develop their practical skills and apply what they learn in real-life situations. Like for example, kanin siya nga specialized rooms kay na ito mga gardens nga dapat i-alagaan na to, magtanong ba sila to punggos, and with that experience, they can apply it in real life situation. Next is the library, or also known as Learning Resource Center, or the LRC. The standard internal space requires 2.4 square meters per place. So sa canteen, 1.4, ari 2.4 sa library. The library provides access to books, of course, and learning materials para sa atong mga students. And it supports independent learning research, and they can read, and to enhance, of course, their reading skills. An adequate space ensures students can study comfortably and effectively. So that is why we observe that our library sa Baiso Kalapit, it has a large space para tarong po doon ang atong mga students. Ang mga students sa Baiso Kalapit. Then, the computer laboratory or the computer lab. A network room often featuring classroom management software to monitor student activity. And this facility provides access to technology and digital learning. It helps students develop their computer skills, research abilities, and familiarize with the modern tools. And monitoring systems ensure proper and safe use. And because of that, nananate computer laboratory, they can enhance more their technological skills. So far, we discussed na all about the administration, offices, and specialized rooms and facilities sa Osaka School. And now, last na ato i-discuss is the grounds and external features in school structure. First, fencing. School heads must ensure a perimeter fence is provided along the boundaries of the school site, complete with secured entrance and exit gates for safety. So fencing secures the school by controlling entry and exit points. It protects students and staff from external threats and ensures a safe learning environment. Of course, if there is a fencing of a certain school, dili gid maghalahala og takas ang usa ka students, right? If it has no proper fencing, so mga balagbag nga mga students, they can exit or entrance sa bisag asa nga direction. And of course, it can cause accidents. Magproblema ang guard anaa. And then, flagpole. So flagpole must be designed to keep the national flag permanent, usually located in the visual zone of the school. The flagpole is where the national flag is displayed, of course, to symbolize as patriotism and we respect our country. And of course, if that is why the school should have flagpole to respect the flag of our country and also our country itself. And its placement must be in a visible area that emphasizes its importance. Of course, dapat na siya kanamitong ma-visualize, makita gid nimo ang usa ka flagpole. Dili kay nasa ubos sa level or napod sa kanang dili makita nga area. Dapat na inikatungtong pa lang nimo or ikasulod nimo sa imong eskwelahan, makita na nimo ang flagpole. So, next is zoning. School sites are divided into zones. But the zoning The zoning organizes the school into specific areas based on the function. It can be either visual zone and functional zone. But before that, what is visual zone? Include lawns and flower gardens to project an aesthetic appearance. So, visual zone, it is designed for beauty, including gardens and landscaping, creating a pleasant environment. Then, the second one is functional zone. Includes playgrounds and athletic fields. For example, a 400-meter oval track or basketball court sa sulod sa eskwelahan. Or kanang gymnasium like that. So, it designed for activities like sports, for PE or for PE, physical education, promoting physical development sa mga students. Next is signboard. A signboard is a prominent signboard in Filipino or English must identify the school's name and location on the facade or in front of the main building. So, signboard or the school signboard, this identifies the school's name and location. It provides recognition and helps visitors locate the school easily. So, like, for example, sa Baiso, if makakita bitaw ka na sa gate na Baiso, Bohol Island State University ka, pinana, dapat na usa ka nga na sa usa ka eskwelahan para dali ma-identify sa mga visitors o sa mga students nga, mao din niyang Baiso Kalapi, nara diri kinay Bohol Island State University campus sa gate or sa entrance or something signboard nga makita sa gawas. And that is the last part of the school structuring. So, to wrap it up, the school structuring contains of administrative offices, mga important ka mga offices, the spaces sa library, o sa kanang canteen para our students can dine comfortably and can read or can study comfortably. And because of that, kanya may enough space and of course, the school structuring, it's all about to give the staffs, students, the teaching personnel, the non-teaching personnel have a comfortable living inside the school. To conclude, DepEd emphasizes that both classroom and school structure must support learning, safety, and organization. Classrooms should be well arranged and educationally decorated and flexible. Schools must have complete facilities, organized offices, and safe environments to ensure effective education. And in that, DepEd classroom and school structuring standards ensure that every part of the environment supports the comfortable schooling of the students and to the staffs also. And each element, from furniture to facilities, has a specific purpose in improving students' control of their behavior, to comfort them, and health for their academic performance. And a well-structured environment is essential in achieving quality education. And we remember that if we have a comfortable classroom management and a school management, we can have a great and a magnificent quality of education. And that is my part, and that is all for my discussion, and I hope you have learned something. Thank you.